Have you ever stopped to think about why so many long-term marriages start to show signs of wear and tear after the age of 60? Today, we're diving into a delicate subject that touches the hearts of many women in their golden years. The emotional distance that creeps into long-term relationships and how it deeply impacts our health and well-being. Maria, one of our viewers, shared a story that might sound familiar to you. After 40 years of marriage, she realized that her relationship had transformed into something completely different from the dream she once had. Meaningful conversations, once filled with connection and discovery, had been replaced by shallow exchanges about household chores and routine commitments. The spark in her eyes when she looked at her husband had been replaced by silent exhaustion, an invisible burden she carried alone. This isn't just an isolated complaint. Studies conducted by Stanford University reveal that over 65% of women over 60 report a significant decline in marital satisfaction. But the most interesting part? This shift doesn't happen by chance. It's the result of years of small erosions in emotional connection. What many women don't realize is that this growing distance has a direct impact on our health. Research from a Mayo Clinic shows that strained relationships can increase cortisol levels, the stress hormone, affecting blood pressure, sleep quality, and even immunity. It's as if our bodies are sending clear signals about something our minds try to ignore. I imagine that as you hear this, memories and emotions begin to surface. Maybe you relate to the feeling of invisibility, the sense that your daily efforts go unnoticed. Or perhaps you recognize the weight of invisible emotional labor. Being the one who remembers important dates, maintains family harmony, and tirelessly manages everyone's needs but your own. But today, we're not just here to identify the problem. Together, we'll explore the deeper reasons behind these changes and, most importantly, discover ways to reclaim our emotional vitality. Because understanding this process is the first step in transforming it. In the next few minutes, I'll share valuable insights on how aging affects our relationships, backed by decades of research and real-life experiences. We'll talk about the things no one usually mentions, the daily wear and tear, the silent emotional overload, and how it all intensifies after retirement. The most important thing for you to know is this: you are not alone on this journey. Your experiences, your feelings, and your concerns are valid. And yes, there are ways to reconnect, rebuild your self-esteem, and create a more balanced relationship, even after so many years together. Get ready for an open and heartfelt conversation about a topic that needs to be discussed more often in our society. Because aging doesn't mean accepting relationships that diminish us. On the contrary, it's the time to recognize our worth and pursue the happiness we deserve. You probably noticed how your relationship has changed over the years. That comfortable silence that once felt like companionship now weighs heavily, like lead. The little irritations of daily life start to feel like insurmountable mountains. And do you know why? Because you've grown, you've evolved, but maybe your relationship has remained frozen in time. Let's talk about something you feel, but may have never been able to put into words. It's that growing sense of invisibility that deepens with every absent-minded "yes, dear," your husband says without even looking at you. It's the exhaustion of being the only one who remembers doctor's appointments, the grandkids' birthdays, and the bills that need to be paid. It's as if you become a manager of a company called family, but without recognition, without breaks, and without a raise. Do you ever feel like you're talking to yourself? That your needs, your dreams, and your concerns hit an unyielding wall of indifference? This isn't just your imagination. It's a clear sign that something needs to change. Studies show that women in our stage of life frequently report feeling unheard or misunderstood by their partners. And then retirement comes. That long-awaited moment of freedom often turns into suffocation. Suddenly, your husband is home all the time, expecting you to entertain him, to organize his days, to be his personal calendar, your personal space. The quiet time you once had during the day seems to have vanished. The impact of all this on your health is real and significant. When you swallow your frustrations, when you suppress your needs, your body responds. Your blood pressure rises. Your sleep suffers. Your anxiety spikes. Your body is trying to tell you something important. You deserve more. You deserve better. But before you think I'm suggesting some drastic revolution, I want you to understand something essential. Recognizing these signs doesn't mean your marriage is over. It means it's time to reclaim your voice, your space, and your identity within this relationship. Many women ask me, but what if it's too late? My dear, it is never too late to start valuing yourself. It is never too late to set healthy boundaries. It is never too late to teach the people around you how you deserve to be treated. The secret lies in small daily changes. Start by paying attention to how you feel. That tightness in your chest when your husband dismisses something important to you, that irritation when he expects you to handle everything, these are signals that deserve your attention. I want to share a truth I've learned from thousands of women in our age group. When we start valuing ourselves, when we stop accepting crumbs of attention and affection, something magical happens. The people around us start treating us differently, not because they have changed, but because we have changed the way we allow ourselves to be treated. In the next section, we'll talk about practical actions you can take starting today to transform this reality. Because you deserve a relationship that makes you flourish, not wither. A relationship that adds life to your years, not just years to your life. Now that you've recognized these signs in your relationship, let's talk about something even more important. How to reclaim your inner strength and set healthy boundaries. Because, my dear, you were not born to live in someone else's shadow. You were born to shine with your own light. Do you know that guilt that creeps into your chest when you think about doing something just for yourself? It's time to transform that guilt into self-care. Studies in the U.S. show that women who dedicate at least an hour a day to themselves have lower stress levels and a better quality of life. This is not selfishness. It's emotional survival. Start with small steps. Set aside a moment each day just for you. It could be half an hour to read that book waiting on your nightstand, a walk by yourself, or simply sitting in silence with a cup of your favorite tea. The important thing is that this time is yours, without interruptions, without demands. Nutrition also plays a crucial role in this transformation. When we feel emotionally drained, we tend to neglect our diet. But a well-nourished body is more resilient to emotional stress. Include foods rich in magnesium, like almonds, pumpkin seeds, and dark leafy greens, as they are powerful allies in reducing anxiety caused by marital tension. You need to understand a fundamental truth. Your worth does not depend on your husband's approval. When you start treating yourself with more respect, something incredible happens. Those around you, including your partner, begin to realize they need to adjust to your new stance. Set clear but calm boundaries. When your husband interrupts your reading or your moment of rest, respond gently but firmly. This is my time to take care of myself. We can talk later. At first, it may feel strange, even scary, but remember, you are teaching people how to treat you. Practicing mindful breathing can be your ally in these moments. 3 deep breaths before responding to an irritating situation can make all the difference. This brief pause gives you the power to choose your reaction instead of simply reacting automatically. And there's more. Your body holds emotional memories. When you constantly live in tension, your muscles tighten, your posture changes, even your digestion is affected. So move. Dance alone in your living room. Do gentle stretches. Let your body release the tension it has been storing. If your husband complains about your new activities or tries to make you feel guilty, respond with confidence and love. Taking care of myself helps me be a better person for everyone around me. You don't need to argue. Just stand firm in your decisions. There's an old saying, you cannot pour from an empty cup. It has never been more relevant. When you start treating yourself with more care, respecting your own limits, you naturally create a healthier environment in your relationship. And the most beautiful part, you realize that real change starts from within. And remember, there is no age limit for starting over, for rediscovering yourself, for learning to say no with love and yes to yourself. Every small step towards self-care is a victory that deserves to be celebrated. There is deep wisdom that comes from honoring your own story. That discomfort you feel is not a sign of failure. It's an awakening. It's your heart telling you that it's time to rewrite your story with more self-love and less sacrifice. The secret lies in recognizing that every phase of life brings its own gifts. This is your time to bloom, to rediscover who you are beyond the roles of wife, mother, and grandmother. The years have given you unique wisdom, a deeper understanding of life. Use that wisdom to your advantage. When you wake up in the morning, before you begin your daily routine of taking care of others, pause for a moment. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what does my heart need today? This simple question can change your entire day. Sometimes the answer is as simple as a few minutes of silence with a warm cup of green tea, rich in antioxidants that nourish your body while you nourish your soul. Research shows that women who maintain their individuality within a marriage experience lower anxiety levels and a higher quality of life. It's not about separation. It's about healthy integration. Like a tree that needs its own space to grow strong roots, you need yours. Pay attention to how your body reacts to relationship stress. That neck pain, that persistent insomnia, these are signs that your body is asking for change. A diet rich in magnesium and tryptophan, found in pumpkin seeds, almonds, and bananas, can help restore emotional balance during challenging moments. Cultivate your inner garden. Dedicate time to activities that feed your soul. Whether it's gentle yoga, reading a great book, or simply sitting in your garden watching the flowers, these practices are not luxuries. They are investments in your emotional and physical health. If your husband complains about these changes, respond with serenity. My well-being is important for our family too. There is no need to justify your need for self-care. A woman at peace with herself radiates an energy that transforms everyone around her. Remember, your value does not diminish with age. It multiplies with every experience lived, every challenge overcome. Those wrinkles in the mirror, they are the marks of a life rich in stories, of moments that shaped you into the wise woman you are today. True transformation happens in the quiet of your heart when you decide to honor your own truth above the expectations of others. It's a gentle, gradual process, like the blooming of a flower. There is no rush. You have all the time in the world to flourish at your own pace. Now we reach the most precious part of our conversation. Everything we've shared so far has one purpose: to awaken in you the awareness of your own worth. This phase of life is a gift, an opportunity to live with more wisdom and fewer burdens. Your heart already knows the way. That restlessness you feel is not a sign that something is wrong. It's a call for evolution. It's your soul asking for space to breathe, to bloom, to be who you truly are. Nourishing your body at this stage is essential. A well-cared-for body sustains a strong mind. Include vibrant, energy-giving foods in your diet, like pomegranate, blueberries, dark leafy greens, and nutrient-rich seeds. Every conscious meal is an act of self-love. And remember, you are not alone on this journey. Thousands of women are discovering their inner power, learning to set healthy boundaries, and honoring their own truth. Every small step towards self-care is a victory worth celebrating. The change you seek in your relationship starts within you. When you treat yourself with love and respect, you teach others how to treat you. This isn't about revolution. It's about evolution. A transformation that is subtle but profound, born from self-knowledge and blossoming into wisdom. This is your moment. Don't wait for permission to be happy. Don't postpone your inner peace. Life is far too precious to be lived halfway. You deserve a relationship that helps you grow, that respects your space, that celebrates your essence. Dear friend who has watched until now, your presence has been a gift. Now, I have a special invitation for you. Share your story in the comments. How did this conversation touch your heart? What changes do you feel ready to make in your life? Leave a like on this video. It helps other women find this message of transformation. Subscribe to the Best Age channel to continue this journey with us. Here, you'll find a safe space to grow, learn, and rediscover yourself. And don't forget, turn on the notification bell to receive more content on health, well-being, and wisdom for the golden years. Every video is created with love to support you on this journey of self-discovery and growth. See you in the next video with more valuable insights for a full and balanced life. Until then, take care of yourself with love. You deserve all the kindness in the world. A warm and light-filled hug from the Best Age team.